Hello, welcome to another episode of Growing the Game. It's always exciting to bring you some informations or some breakdowns on African basketball, and today we're doing nothing different. We want to shift our focus onto the World Cup, the qualifiers that is coming up on the 26th, happening in Senegal and also in Egypt as well. That's the window two. Yeah, with me here is Manyehlisa, who is going to help break down and digest this topic for today. Yeah, welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Greetings, Kwaku, all the way from Dakar, Senegal, man.
Yeah.
Always great to be co-hosting the show with you. I'll be covering, Group B of the qualifiers, which has host nations Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Madagascar. So yes, looking forward. Let's get to dissecting the issues of African basketball.
All right. I hope Senegal is treating you well.
Nah, it's very hot and humid out here, man. But yeah, so far so good. Looking forward to the action on the court, which starts on Thursday. Yeah,
Yeah, it's always nice to cover basketball actions, on the continent.
nah,
It brings so
definitely,
much joy
man,
and pride.
definitely.
Today, we want to look at just the window two of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. African teams are vying for five spots in the FIBA World Cup.
Yeah,
FIBA World Cup, yeah, World Cup
yes,
2027,
yes.
which will be happening in Qatar. This is the window two. What's your observation on this qualifiers?
I think the Group B, the group that I am covering here for FIBA Africa, is probably one of the most interesting, given what Senegal has what so far had losing records against Cote d'Ivoire and DRC recently. So being at home, the host nation, you wonder how they will fare this time around. It's a Senegal team now being led by Jean-Jacques Boissy. There's no Branco Badiou, so Boissy will be the main point guard for them. You'll see guys like Ibu Baji, who plays in the G League, and as well, you are hoping guys like Usman Ndiaye step up for Senegal. There's Boubacar Sane, who missed the Afro basket last year. He's in the team. Yes, we saw him at practice today at the Marius Ndiaye Stadium. So yeah, man, it's a team filled with talent, a team that made it to the semifinals of the Afro basket, and it's a team that is looking to return to the World Cup. They missed the 2023 edition after going back to back in 2014 and then coming again in 2019. Yes, Coach Sagana Diop knows. Yeah, the team is under pressure, and yeah, they have to deliver in this opening campaign of Group B.
Yeah, that's nice. As we know, the format for this qualification has differs a bit from what we usually used to see. This time around, it comes in different windows, whereby in the first window we have teams from
Yes.
Group A and Group C compete, whereby the top three teams in those groups are going to qualify to the next round of the qualifiers. So yeah, now
Yes.
we seeing the Group B and the Group D. We have Senegal in Group B, we have DR Congo in Group B, Madagascar in Group B, and Cote d'Ivoire in Group B as well. And when we take a good look at the Group D, also we've got Mali, Angola, Uganda, and Egypt, the host nation, who is hosting that one in Alexandria. Yeah, as you said, Senegal are looking to get back onto the World Cup podium, and this pattern of qualification is actually interesting because you've got everything to lose. Everything is on the line. It's not an easy route. You have to fight for it, get into the next round, and join the five teams that will actually go to the World Cup. So yeah, I think Senegal has got a good team, very pretty good team in this qualifiers with the momentum of coming from the AfroBaskets. They are carrying that momentum into this World Cup qualifiers from placing third in the AFCON. So yeah, we look to see something good from them. Uh, I won't be surprised. I don't expect much upset in this group, to be sincere, because we've got some good teams in the likes of Congo and Cote d'Ivoire. The only weak team I see there, I mean, no disrespect, but the only weak team I see there is Madagascar, who are still not yet that solid when it comes to the continental games like that nationally.
Yeah, with Madagascar, they are a team that's coming up. I think maybe with guys like Matthias Madi, and he is one of the main top point guards on the continent now. and they have their big man Sitraka. He's also a very good player in the post. He can put up, he can get you good points, he can get you good rebounds as well. We saw him in the Afro basket, and then there's Kiadi as well, their point guard as well. Very nimble footed and a quick moving point guard who can also dish it the ball well and also get buckets. So they are a very competitive side. I think this being their debut, it will be tough for them, with the lack of experience as well at this level of what World Cup qualifiers. This is their debut. So, yes, like you say,
Mm-hmm.
we don't expect much from them, but they are a team that will compete. DRC, of course, they had a good Afro basket qualifiers. It was disappointing that some of the players that showed up for those qualifiers didn't show up in the Afro basket. I think if those players were there, they would have done something at that Afro basket. I think, yeah, now again, they also have had to scrounge for talent, so you're not sure how they will do in this in these qualifiers. I think maybe at best they'll finish third and go progress to the second round of qualifying. Of course, then there's the Cote d'Ivoire, no Solo Diabate, but they will also
Yeah.
be competitive. As like Jean-Philippe Dali, who's a good 3-point shooter, Simon Mulare, also a good point guard for them. Saw him at last year's Afro Basket. He really, pushed the pace for Cote d'Ivoire in that tournament. So they have good players. I mean, they have good players. I think they will compete for the number one spot with Senegal in this first in this first round of World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, well said. I think Congo is also going to give us some tough competition here, though they are missing out on their number one point guard, who is the person of Maxi Chamba, who couldn't make it this year to the squad for the qualifiers.
Yeah,
I think having Jonathan DeFonte Jordan on the team is also a boost for a good boost for them, and with their veteran, I think veteran
yeah,
Sako, if I'm getting the name right, who
yes,
has been
Cody
with the
Sako,
team for
yes,
yes, who has been with the team for a while now. I think it's a good thing, and some new players also have joined the team to build up that chemistry, to build up that momentum for the team. And I think it's a good thing they are doing now, a step in the right direction. Yeah,
yes,
with Cote d'Ivoire, I don't think solo Diabate not participating will affect them that much because they've still got a solid team. They've still got a solid team with the likes of veteran Zuzuo coming in, some players
yes,
from the
yes. There's
JCR
also
team joining here. So I think they still have a solid team to compete for this qualifiers. And besides, it's three teams that have to make it out to the next round. I think for me, this group, I'm going for Senegal topping the group, Congo taking the second place, and maybe Cote d'Ivoire sitting on the third. And I'm just saying my opinion. Well, that's what I
yeah.
see. Yeah, because I don't want to sleep on Congo. Congo has experience. Congo are this guy kind of team that are very good when it comes to playing the qualifiers. They
Yeah, yes, I don't disagree with that, but I'm just saying those players that were in the Afro basket qualifiers, I don't think many of them are there. So they will struggle a bit. So the coach has had to patch a side together for the Afro basket, and hopefully those players have they have to find chemistry in a short period of time and perform on the big stage. And it's against experienced teams like Senegal, like Cote d'Ivoire, who really are going to give what they are going to give the business to in come Friday, Thursday. I mean Thursday, they are going to give
yeah.
the likes of Madagascar and Congo the business. So I think for me, those are my top two teams. I'm not sure in what order they will finish, but yes, I see either Cote d'Ivoire or Senegal topping the group, and yes, Congo finishing in third. DRC Congo.
Yeah, you made mention of chemistry, and we've seen the good work Congo has also put in with the camps. They had to camp in France for a certain period of time before camping in Barcelona, Spain, before heading down to to Senegal. So I think that they will build that chemistry. If we talk about chemistry, I think they will have a bit of chemistry going into this team, this qualifiers. Anyways, it's mostly I do say this. You can't predict basketball when it comes to Africa. You can't predict this kind of things. Sometimes it just takes you by surprise. Africa is a different type, so yeah. But yeah, for me, that's in order. I'll go for Senegal, DR Congo, and Cote d'Ivoire. And yeah, maybe after the tournament, you can't give me my flowers for predicting this.
Yeah,
Yeah, so let's focus our channel. Let's channel our focus on the Group D. The
this
Group
is
D where we've got
yes,
yeah, where we've got the two how would I say finalists from the Afro baskets in the likes
Afro
of Mali
basket.
and
Yes,
Angola. And we've got Uganda also an underdog in this group. And Egypt
yeah.
also. Well what do you think about this group?
I think Angola, of course, they have to show that they are Africa's first. Firstly, they are Africa's most successful team in terms of Afro basket victories, and now even qualifying for the World Cup. I think they've done so about 7 or 9 times, if I'm correct. So yeah, you don't expect anything less than first place from them. They are with players like Bruno Fernando, Childe Dunda, Kevin Kokila, Celtin Miguel. Yes, it's a new group of players, a new generation of players. Yes, they are just basically what being given the baton, and yes, hoping to build on the success of previous Angolan teams that have also been successful at the Afrobasket and also qualified for the World Cup. So yeah,
Yeah.
nothing less than first place for them, and progressing to the second round. And then, of course, Mali, the finalists, they are without Aliou
Yeah.
Diarra, but they do have guys like Omar Ballo, a big man who will patrol the paint, Sherif Haidara, the team captain, a very good a 3-point scorer as well. So, and who's this Siriman Kanute? Yeah, a
Kanute
very
is
good
also
point
there.
guard, guy who give you many assists, but he's also turnover prone. So he needs to manage the game well, better care of the ball for Mali to finish well in the group. And then the Egyptians, I'm sure they'll be disappointed how they finished in last year's Afro Basket. I think they bowed out. They bowed out at the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
This World Cup qualifiers is a way of them needing to make amends. Yes, you have guys like Ehab Amin, a guy who's very athletic, a very good scorer in the paint and outside at the 3-point range. And then you have Amar El Gindi, a very crafty point guard, a guy who manages the game well for Egypt. He's played in many. He's come up the ranks. I mean, through the Egyptian youth teams, he's played many senior Afro basket tournaments and junior Afro basket tournaments, World Cup, junior World Cups, and yes, main World Cups. So yeah, it's a very experienced Egyptian team with guys also with guys like Anas Mahmoud, big man. So yeah, I think they will also throw their name in the hat for first place. And then Uganda, I doubt they will go any further. I think in the last qualifiers they did make it to the second round. This time around, I doubt it given the strength of the group, the strength of the other
Yeah.
three teams in the group. I think Uganda will come up short in this one. But maybe depending on who's been selected, they might surprise us. We know that is it John Gil Deng. He's been their leading scorer for the past couple of years in the AfroBasket in the World Cup qualifiers. I think Robinson Opong as well, a veteran player
The
who
veteran, yeah.
can light it up from three on a good day when he has a good day on the court. There's also Nasif Lubua, a guy who recently joined the team in last year's AfroBasket. He's a very good shooting guard as well, and a young point guard Tejan Rugete. He's coming up, so this is probably him getting experience and leading the future of Uganda. And yeah, so the coaches are giving him a run, but doubt. Like I said, I don't expect much from this Ugandan team.
Yeah. Well put, well put. And for me, I think from what we saw from Mali in the Afro basket, I think Mali still got that good team. Not much of players missing from that squad that played in the Afro baskets. It's just a few misses that's not showing up this year. So I still expect them to give us some good basketball games, just as they gave us in the Afro basket, and compete against those top teams in the likes of Angola and Egypt as well. Give them a run for their money. Yeah, if things work out well, I expect to see a good basketball game from Mali. Angola, being the champions of Africa, a lot on their shoulders in this qualifiers. They have a lot to prove to us again. Yes, when you have that championship title on your shoulders, or like that championship bragging right on your shoulders, you got a lot to prove day in day out in every competition you participate in. But hey, it's Angola for you, whereby they've got these players based built locally.
Yes.
They know each other. These guys have played for quite some long time now and are used to each other. They know how to maneuver things on the court. So they always take the continent by surprise, even with their club teams and everything. So yeah, I'm sure they are going to produce some excellent results. We made mention of Egypt disappointed about their run in the AfroBaskets. Yes, they did not live up to expectation in the AfroBaskets last year, and they would seem to use this opportunity to redeem themselves in front of the home crowd, actually. So also another pressure mounting on this team, this national team as well. A lot is at stake for them. They can't feel the fans at home, and they have to redeem themselves, as we said, with the likes of Patrick Gardner and name as you mentioned and everything. I think they've also got a good lineup over there for this qualifiers, but it's sometimes it's not much about the lineups. Yeah, you can come. What do you want?
Yeah, sorry. And also remember they've just also appointed coach Augusti Hube. I forgot to
Augusto,
mention that.
yes. Yeah,
So a
yeah.
man who's won the BAL twice with Zamalek and Al Ahly.
Hmm.
So they've got winning a coach who knows how to win. So it will
Yeah.
be interesting to see how how he stewards this Egypt team during this World Cup
Mm,
qualifiers. I think, how he fares as well as a national team coach. Well, I don't know
yeah.
what his background is with national teams, but it will be interesting. He is a guy who is experienced, especially on the Egyptian basketball circuit, so he knows the players well. And I'm sure if anybody can get the best out of those players, it will probably be him. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he can probably, get one over Angola, one over Mali, and also with them being at home, like you said, I think, yeah, they will probably step up. But yeah, that being said, I think I'm putting my money on Angola. I think, yes, just because of their history,
Mm,
the way they play, it will be interesting to see this Angolan team outside of Angola, how they also perform as well. Will they, show that they are just as good as past Angolan teams, given, yes, at the stature of the country in African basketball?
yeah, yeah. And then yeah, I think Angola is going to do well. I believe in their culture of play, the system they play in, the pattern. Someone will say if it's about fast pace, then I give it to Angola. These guys are very fast on the
Yeah.
court. Yeah, so yeah, and Uganda. Let's not forget also Uganda also assigned a new coach to this national team. They're coming in with a new coach who has. He's not far from the Ugandan tradition. He has been working with the junior national teams so far. He was just being promoted to the senior national teams to take over. Trying to figure out his name
This
now.
is
Forgot his name.
Goran Low. Is it?
Yeah, yeah, Lojo, who has taken over the
Yes.
national team, and he also has a lot to prove. He can actually do this work and take Uganda to that level. But yeah, not much expectation from Uganda. Not
Yeah.
much expectation because these guys are still getting to know each other. Yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. If we talk about chemistry and stuff, it's this Angolan Mali team didn't take just two,
Yeah.
3 years to build this whole chemistry. It took them years, 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 years. You can see this Mali team. These guys have been playing from U18 to this
Yes.
level now, to being together to this level now. Same applies to the Angolan team as well. We can say same for this Egyptian team. So
Yes.
yeah, it's not about just handpicking players from different angles or different dimensions and putting together.
Yeah.
No, it's about how these guys know each other, how they gel when they are on the court, how they understand the system of play that has been given to them. So yeah, I would give benefit of the doubt to Uganda. I'm not expecting much from them, but yeah, the match expectations will be on Egypt, Mali, and Angola. These three teams, and I see them also passing out, qualifying, and going to the next round because they are the top guns. But I would say Angola lead the league table. Angola takes the first, Mali second, and Egypt third. Let's put it that I'm not too certain about this arrangement though, but let me just put it that way. From what Mali and Angola
I
proved
mean,
to us,
yeah, I don't know. Mali, they didn't have a good group stage run in the Afrobasket, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And
you
they
finish,
did
yeah.
well in the knockout stages. So, but it will be interesting to see how they come together. Will they have come over? Can they come over the early jitters and have a solid run in the group stage? I think that will be the test for them. And yes,
Yeah,
also they have a coach who knows the team well, Al Haji Diko, who
exactly.
coached the under 18 team to a World Cup final. What was this in 2019, if I'm correct? The
Nine.
under 19 World Cup final in 2019. You know, like you said, they are a team that have been together since that time. Guys like Siriman Kanute, Omar Balo, they were
Yeah.
part of that team. The Drame twins, Hassan and Foseini are also part of that team. So yeah, man, they look like they have a strong chemistry, but now can that chemistry translate into what victories in those stages in the group stages?
Yeah, yeah. It should translate to that because, as I said, you can't just give us this interesting, amazing display in AfroBasket and all of a sudden that magic just disappears. It has to, the momentum has to repeat itself. It has to keep going, and we need to see that style of play, that Mali we saw in AfroBasket. As you said, they didn't perform well in the group
Yeah,
stages, but yeah, here comes another case whereby this group stage, everything is on the line. This is a group stage, and you have to fight for everything.
yeah,
Yes, everything is on the line. Even your lose will count, your wins will count. So yeah, you have to fight for it and be among the top three that will qualify to the next round. So yeah, they don't have any excuse here. They don't have any excuse. Same applies to Angola and Egypt. They have to keep this momentum together, keep fighting, and yeah. But yeah, this is a group whereby pressure mounts a lot. This group is worth watching because much expectation from all the three teams, from all the teams actually. But the most expectations will be on the top three teams in this group: Egypt, Mali, and Angola. The African continent need to see what they gave us in AfroBasket is the same thing we're going to see now. That interesting basketball and everything. So yeah, I'm not expecting anything much. But what would be your prediction for this group?
for myself, like I said, Angola, nothing but first place for them. It's what I believe they will achieve. Then I think Egypt will finish second and Mali third.
Okay, Angola, Egypt, and Mali.
Yes.
That looks okay. Let's see. The game is just going to start on Thursday, so yeah. And for
Yes.
the first fixtures of the tournament, I think the first game will be against DR Congo and Madagascar, which will be played in Senegal. Then the second game will go. That
Yes.
will happen. So actually, the game between Madagascar, the first game and the second game would be played simultaneously at the same time, but in different countries.
Yes.
Angola, Uganda will be playing in Egypt,
Yes.
and then DR Congo and Madagascar will be playing in Senegal. After those two games, another game will follow simultaneously between Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire. That's a game you can't afford to miss.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Egypt and Mali, also another cracker.
Yeah. So those are probably those first two games will be games to watch. I think another
Yeah.
game that will be another game to watch is Egypt versus Angola to see how it's gonna be a very what an arm wrestle in that game. So
Yeah, certainly.
those I think the Group D as well is just as exciting as Group B. So my pick for yes group what the final game in Group B. I think I will go with Senegal. I think they have a lot to prove. As I said, they have a losing record against Cote d'Ivoire. So being at home, they will want to make what close in a bit on Cote d'Ivoire's what 6-4 record against them. Also, with the DRC having beaten them twice in the what qualifiers in 2023, they will also have a score to settle over there. Just going to the other group, yes, you've just said Angola versus
Angola,
Uganda. Of
Uganda.
course, yeah, yeah. I think okay,
You're making it sound weird now. Nah, that's not being nice. You're making it
man.
look, you're making it look this some way.
Let me give it to you. All right,
Why do you have to give that
you've
one to
already
me?
said yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Anyways, we all know. As I see, I keep saying this, and I'm going to repeat it again. Basketball in Africa comes with a lot of expectations, and you can be surprised at any point of time. But let's take it away from the game itself and put it on paper. Let's see what is on paper. And I was once told it's not always what you see on paper; it's what transpires on the court. But let's look at it from the angle of what's on the paper. Uganda, Angola. It's a walkover
yeah,
for Angola. It's a walkover for Angola.
yeah. On
But
paper,
as I said, yes, on paper, but anything can happen on the court of play. Anything can happen. There is African
yes,
basketball. You can be surprised at any time. You can't be surprised.
yeah.
Nobody even
Of
expected.
course, yeah. We
Yes, nobody even
let
expected
me just say,
Kenya
yeah,
in
exactly.
2019. While the African basketball. See, they played second, and no, it was a shocker to the world.
And
2019 African. So
also shocking Angola in the qualifiers of 2021 at the 2021
exactly,
AfroBasket. So yeah, anything can happen.
anything can happen. But
So yeah, maybe the basketball gods could smile on Uganda in
Uganda,
these
exactly.
qualifiers. Yeah,
As we said, on paper, it's a walkover for Angola to have
yeah,
this easy win, and I don't see, but anything can happen. Let's not be quick to decide yet. Let's just finish. Let's just make the game. Let's watch the game till the end, and we can decide on that. But yeah, those are the
yeah.
games for the openings. Those are the opening games for the qualifiers in the Group B and the Group D. The exciting ones for sure you could watch is Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, and Mali, Egypt. What do you think
Yes.
about Congo, and Madagascar as well?
I think Congo will, yes, it will be a tough game. I think Congo will take it in the fourth quarter, maybe. I think they are a strong physical side. Guys, I think Madagascar will struggle with physicality in this tournament. I think they don't have guys who are in the mold of Jordan Sacco. They
Yeah,
don't have, yeah, Jonathan Jordan.
then
He
Jordan
will
and yeah,
probably, yes, run at,
Eric,
what's the,
Kibi, and the stuff.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. So, yeah, guys like Rolly Fuller who are experienced on the
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I think experience physicality will be what Achilles heel for Madagascar throughout these qualifiers. I think maybe in another give them another year or two together to put another
yeah,
what
exactly.
help guys like Matthias Madi and Lovasoa, Andrea Tsarafarat, to build the future of Madagascar basketball. I
Yeah,
think this is just for them to get experience, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'll go very far. But yeah, on results, I think they will finish fourth. Congo will win that game. And then, yes, as I've already said, I'm going with Senegal in the opening game against Cote d'Ivoire.
yeah, yeah. And I also felt the energy Madagascar put into the 3s3. As you know, they've conquered 3s3 in Africa. I think
Yeah,
if they can put the same energy into the 5-on-5 or the senior national team, that would be a very good thing for them because they've invested much into the 3s3 and they've dominated. We can clearly see that.
yeah,
They actually even representing Africa at the FIBA World Cup, which is coming up also. I
yeah,
think in April, or if I'm not mistaken, in April. So I think they should also channel that same energy into the men's national team, and yeah, they'll be flying just like they're flying in the 3x3 division. Yeah,
exactly.
Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, a tough one there. Really tough one there. Yeah, it's kind of tough for me to decide on this one, but I'll still give it to Senegal with the kind of players they've assembled coming into this tournament. Cote d'Ivoire is lacking a lot of experience on the courts coming into this tournament, as we say. even though Senegal also lacks that, but chemistry wise, I'll give it to Senegal much more than Cote d'Ivoire. And most of these Senegalese players have been on top form in their club teams all round this year. So yeah, I think I'll just give it the upper hand to Senegal, but it's just going to be a close margin. I don't think it's going to be a walkover for any team. It's going to be a very close game to watch.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mali, Egypt, also another cracker to watch. Also going to be a close game. Also going to be a close game, and I think I'll give this to Egypt. I don't know how I'm feeling about this, but I think I'll give this to Egypt. Egypt might have a little edge over them in terms of home crowd
Yeah,
advantage.
I think I'm with you on. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think Egypt. I think experienced. I think they also have a very experienced coach as well, and just the way they play the game.
Yeah,
I think they will outplay. They will outplay Mali, given how guys like the Gendi El Gendi can control the game for Egypt. They are calm under pressure and they are able to manage the game well, protect leads. Whereas, Mali, I think they also have a little bit of maturing still to do at this level. They had a good
yeah.
run, of course, in the Afro basket, but I think I don't. I'm with you with the fact that Egypt could take this. Will take this one.
Yeah, Egypt. I see Egypt taking this one. Egypt actually taking this one, but yeah, as it stands, the first games matters in this qualifiers though. So the moment you lose your first games, then you know you have to wake up moving forward. So yeah, I think that's all being said for the qualifiers. I don't know if there is something you want to add for the World Cup qualifiers.
No, no, no. I have nothing yet.
We would like to jump straight into the domestic leagues across the what happened across the weekend and stuff. Not much has gone on, mostly in the Rwanda league that's been active. The Angolan league was on pause because the league has to go on hold because the players were on training camp and stuff. Yeah, so Egypt also I think had a pause for some time. Yeah, so the domestic league has just been active in Morocco and Rwanda, as you see. It's been
Rwanda.
one hell of a run in Rwanda. It's one of a run. APR dominating,
Yeah,
Reg also showing their prowess.
who was? Yeah,
Yeah, you can finish what you want to say.
I think. Yeah, I've seen. Yes, I did see the game against UGB. Yeah, is it United Generation UGB? I mean, against Patriots
Yeah,
just last week. I think was it Friday or yeah,
yeah,
disappointing.
kind of Friday.
Really, what held hopes for the big three of UGB, which has Natisi Banyoni, James Amatoe from Ghana,
James
and
Amato,
Mohamed Doumbia
yeah,
from Senegal. I
Dumbia.
really thought, yeah, it's a team that one should look out for, but they are still to record a victory in this season of the Rwanda Basketball League. Yes, the teams that are still are going strong are APR and what's this Tigers as well.
Tigers.
Yes,
Yeah,
these two.
Tigers have actually lost one game. I think they lost to was it Reg? Was it I think they lost to Reg or Patriots. One of those teams. I think I've forgotten. But yeah, they are also good to go. They are also in the run. The Patriots are also good to go in the run. APR also keeping up that momentum after they lost
Yeah.
the Super Cup. So I think it's still the top four teams we know. It's still the top. Even though, as you said, UGB has been on a slow pace starting to the league with no victory recorded yet, and it's a bit disturbing knowing that this same team finished third place last year or last season and struggling this year. And it's a good thing they've actually signed Valentin Lele Jr. from Cameroon to join the team now. So I think they're going to have more experience or more point guards on the floor to control the game. I don't know what is actually happening with them, but yeah, we hope to see some changes moving on in the this thing.
Now, I think for me, yes, guys, much as they know how to play basketball, they also have to know how to play together. You also wonder how the preseason was for them. Did they have enough time together to, build this team? Of course, yes. you've brought big guys, what big names into the team, but yeah, those big names have to know how to play together as well. I think, of course, teams like when you look at teams like APR, they a team that have been together for a long time. Guys like
Mm,
uh, Ntore Habimana, George Jack Mshobozwa,
yeah.
who else? Adonis Filer. So,
Hmm.
like those guys have played together for a long time in APR, and they have a good chemistry going on. And I mean, if they do well in the Rwandan league, it will not be surprising.
Yeah, yeah, certainly, certainly. And yes, though it's still the league is still in this its early stage. More games to go, so we look forward. Actually, Reg will be playing UGB on Friday, so 25th. When is 25th? Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be
Yeah.
playing RGB tomorrow, UGB tomorrow. So we look to see maybe if UGB can record their first win in that state. Shifting our focus to Tunisia, let's move away from Rwanda and go to Tunisia. And the Tunisian League Pro A is already in its playoff stage, whereby we have Estoy, ESS, and we have US Monastir, we have JSK, and we have Club Africans who are into the final stage, the semi-finals of the playoffs as at now. And the playoffs will start in March 4th. The first games will be played March 4th. It will be a game of five series. So yeah, because of the fasting and stuff, so they had to prolong some of the fixtures for them to favor the players as well. What do you think about the Tunisian league as well?
I think Club African, the momentum is with them because they are the champions. They recently beat US Monastir, who
Mhm.
have dominated Tunisian basketball for a long time. But this team, led by Ashraf Kanuni, Omar Abada, Joa Joadi, Michael Dixon for BAL MVP in
MVP
2022, I
22.
think. Yes, it's a very good team, a very strong team. I think even I don't think there's any other team that can compete with them in Tunisia at the moment. They've also got Osama Marnawi, who was playing for JSK last year, playing for them.
Mhm.
So I think they are a stacked team. And yeah, obviously part of the players that they got for this year is for them to have a good campaign in the BAL. So I see them going back to back this season. I think they will win the series. Who are they playing in the?
They're playing GSK. All Africans will be playing GSK, and ESS will be
Yeah, they
playing
will.
US
Of
Monastir.
course, against JSK, we remember last year it was a very fiery semi-final where
Mm,
explosives were thrown on the court. We do wonder if that will happen when they travel to JSK's home court. So,
mm,
games between them, I think they just take a different turn.
mm.
I think Club African will be back in the final. They will go all the way and defend their title.
Hopefully, we see them back in the finals to defend their title. As you said, US Monastir is also fighting to retain their title back, or like, sorry, not to retain, but get back to the winning ways to dominate the league as well. So yeah, much expectation in the playoffs. It's a game of five, so anything can happen. Anything can happen. So yeah, let's wait and see.
Monastir have lost the team that has what made them successful over the years. They are in a rebuilding phase. So I don't know if they do get to the final. I doubt they will have done well. But for me, I'm still saying Club African will think. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that's my prediction for this playoffs and finals for Tunisian basketball.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Club Africans is certainly going to the finals, and I see US Monastir also coming back to the finals to compete with Club Africans because they've done quite some good signings, which are helping them keep up the pace and everything. Though they've lost some veterans who are no more playing with them and stuff, but yeah, I think these guys are still good to fight for this championship. So yeah, all the actions will be brought to you on the Growing the Game page, as well as the Big Tip Up. So you can just follow our pages on Instagram and yeah. And let's jump to a country which is less spoken about. Which we've got not much information about them. So I took it up upon myself to dive into their markets as well, and it's been a good progress as well. That is the Algerian Super League. It's not been spoken about the most. So yeah, recently they played the Super Cup. That was between Stowley. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, but yeah, forgive me, Algerian fans. Stowley and Hussein Day, which were the two teams that were top teams last season. But unfortunately, things didn't turn out well for Hussein Day this season, as they are second to last in the standings right now. But they competed with Stowley. Yeah, they competed with Stowley, and they are playing. They played in the Super Cup. It was a close call that went to two overtimes actually. But Stowley actually showing their dominance once again. They won triple. They won this title and became. They won the three titles for themselves in the face of 1 year. So, yeah, things are actually firing up in Algeria as well, and we'll look to bring you more information in the coming days about the Algerian Basketball League because it's less spoken about. So yeah, I think I'm going to bring you much information. But aside the Super League, there've been some few fixtures that went on, and it's looking good. It's looking good for now. How much do you know about the Algerian Super League?
Not much. I haven't followed basketball in that part of the world much. Here's the last time I heard about Algerian basketball was when the team participated in the BAL. This is GSP Petroleums. So I guess maybe on my part it would be a good to see a team from Algeria participate in the road to BAL. It would also be good for the country as well, the national team to see, yes, a club from their clubs competing on the continent.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, as I said earlier, we'll be bringing much information about the Algerian Basketball League on the Growing the Game page, so you can check every information about the Algerian Basketball League. As I've broken into their market, it's a tight market to break into, but yeah, we'll try our best to bring you all the feeds on that as well. That being said, I think that's all we have for today. I don't know if you have anything for us before we go.
Just before we go, man, what's going on at basketball in South Africa? We see the minister making an announcement, speaking on the issue on why they made the move to, de-recognize basketball South Africa. Yeah, man. What do you think about what he said about them not doing anything right?
Yeah, yeah, it's always hard to take in the truth as Africans or as people or as humans. And what the Minister of Sports said, I think, is clearly stated a fact whereby people weren't doing the right thing in the right. We sat here the last time to talk about the happenings in South African basketball, and what he said is not different from what we actually sat here a couple of days or last week to talk about. But we all can see that the basketball of South Africa has been in bad hands. The running of this federation is very bad. So yeah, what he clearly says is on point. People are not doing the right thing. They don't seek the right advice to help grow the sport in the country. So yeah, shutting it's basketball South Africa down is a good move, and the only thing we hope for him to do is to revive it, get the right people to take the helm of this federation, or put the right people in the office to do the right thing and to lead the federation to its maximum potential. Because we know South African basketball can do much more than what is happening now. We know that they can go as far as they want. So we just want the right people to be there to give us the right work or to do the right thing. That's all.
Yeah, for me, I would say yes. You would want obviously the involvement of all the entities, the districts, the provinces to contribute to the rebuilding, the reset of South African basketball. I think for a long time they've been left out, and it would be a good move to include them in part of in terms of building and making sure that that we have credible people that don't attract negative publicity. I think that's been part of our problem that when you appoint a leader or to lead basketball, he now going into a tendency of recycling the same faces and the same faces that have run the game down or didn't have act in the best interests of the game. So if we can change and bring, yeah, fresh minds to, move the game forward, it will really be great for South African basketball. That's, yeah, my take
Yeah.
on the issue.
Yeah, clearly your points made, valid points made over there. As you said, it should go back to the basics. The provinces, the work should start from that side, building all the provinces to involve themselves, make them active once again. Also, not forgetting the grassroots, as we said the last time, and then from there we can build on a solid foundation. Then take it one step at a time to see South African basketball come back to its normal state again. So yeah, yeah, that's all being said. But for his statements, he's clearly pinpointed. He hits the nail on the head. So yeah, we wish basketball South Africa the best in this reconstruction phase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
man.
So that's the end of today's episode, and yeah, it's been an interesting topic from the FIBA World Cup qualifiers to the SA topic, and yeah, I'm your host Kelly, and do well to follow us on all our pages, Growing the Game and the Big Tip Off. And also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you find this episode interesting. Yeah, and we say it's a good night for now. Enjoy Senegal.
Good night. Thanks. Will do, man. All right. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.